Well, hello, everybody. I am here, Vic, and I know Dom DeSano is right around the corner. He's going to be joining me shortly. And this is day 1B of our $100,000 prize pool guarantee $500 bounty tournament. And we had a really good showing for day 1A. Day 1A was 132 entries, so we had 13 players advancing to day 2. Day 2 starts on Sunday at 1 o'clock. And here he is. Here's Tom.
Here we go. Sorry about that.
No worries. Yeah. It looks like the players are still getting seated. But just telling our audience here, this is our Mega Bounty tournament. And so everybody that qualifies for day 2 and that day 2 restart Sunday, the 23rd, 1 p.m., that's when the bounties kick in. So you make it to day 2, and really, what a position to be in, even if you qualify, say, with 100,000.
Right.
All right. We had a big qualifier today, 1.7 million for our buddy Mr. Enright. And
on fire this morning.
Huh?
He was on fire this morning.
He was on fire this morning.
I was a witness.
But let's say you come in and you only qualify for day 2 with say 100,000, and you're hanging on there. Keep in mind, every time you knock somebody out on Sunday, $500.
Yeah,
right in your pocket.
That's the best thing about this tournament is sometimes you always get that run good early on during the day. When you get deeper and deeper close to the big money, you get unlucky.
Yeah.
Well, this one, if you get on fire for the first few hours,
right,
$500 a piece, you might turn that into $2,500 on top of what you make.
Yes.
So it's a whole different element, a whole new game, different mindset. We saw it on our live stream on day 2 last time, Vic, when you and me were calling it. A lot of times in tournaments where there's not bounties, the flips get folded at times. If someone goes all in for like 33% of your stack,
right,
you're like, I don't want to put myself in a 50-50. You get more calls in these type of tournaments.
Yes.
That $500 definitely makes it a little bit more tasty, a little bit more intriguing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it makes a fun tournament. I definitely think the action-wise, these type of bounty tournaments for our final day 2s just have a little bit of extra pizzazz.
And as I mentioned, the day 2 on Sunday will begin at 1 o'clock. We will start live streaming that sometime around 4:30. So it really helps that if you subscribe and you hit that bell next to the subscription, you're going to get you're going to get a notification that we're going on live, just like we are. And we plan on, and it's pretty solid, we're going to do the live stream again tomorrow night.
Friday night live stream? I can't think of the last time we did it on a Friday.
I know.
And isn't this the time when we talk about when you subscribe?
Yeah.
Hit that bell.
Yep.
Which gives you a notification on your phone, tablet, whatever you have, and it'll let you know we go live. Another example of it, the Wizard gave us the green light tonight, Friday, and day 2 on Sunday. So this is... It's a tournament week. I mean, we had our Tuesday live stream with our 5-5. Actually, it was a 5-10-20, by the way, Vic.
Oh, my goodness.
They played a little bit extra bigger. We saw over 40,000 on the table this past Tuesday. If you're looking for some poker material and you missed out on Tuesday, go back and watch that, too, this weekend. But then, big 100K guaranteed tournament. 3 days, 3 live streams in 4 days. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to be in here with you a lot. We're going to be kumbaya all weekend long.
Yes. So. Looking forward to it. And again, our regular live stream schedule is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays for cash games. But this week, of course, we will be live streaming tonight for a feature table. And we're going to go till about, I think, 11 o'clock tonight.
Yeah, 11:15.
And the same thing tomorrow night. Expect us to come on right after the first break. Now, they are at 25-minute levels. They're starting with 40,000 starting stack. And they just had their first break, which is just a 10-minute break, stretch of the legs. And in 90 minutes or less, then there will be the dinner break. And that dinner break is 30 minutes. So tomorrow night you can expect us to be coming on right about at the same time with a feature table. And all of this is for these tournaments basically a random draw. When we break tables and move players, we move players by virtue of the big blind. And so we don't necessarily know who we're going to get until we get them.
This is an action-packed summer for us. I mean, we have the 100K guarantee going on right now. We have the Veterans Tournament coming July 13th, and then we have the 1 milli that we just announced in August.
Yeah.
So, sometimes we've said this before, especially in the Midwest area, the poker action gets a little slower sometimes in the summer. Not here at the Reserve, live at the Reserve on YouTube. We're bringing huge tournaments, charitable tournaments, and like I said, the cash action we have on a weekly basis is not slowing down. If anything, it's getting ramped up.
And there is a shot of the main room today, our evening, and as you can see, Dom's over there leaning up against the wall. This is a 15-minute delay. But we were at 88 players, I believe, or 88 entries when we came in to start the broadcast tonight. 10% of the total entrants will move on to day 2. As we mentioned, we had 132 for the day 1A, began at 11 o'clock this morning. They concluded fairly early. They were done like around 6:15, something in that. Was that around there? 6:30?
Right around 6:30 in that
Right around
range.
6:30.
Yep.
Yeah. But all of these players, now, number of these players that you see here were in that day 1A, and they did bag. So we're looking at some potential double bags here, and multi-bag bonus for this tournament is $1,000.
Yeah, I think out of the 13 entries, I thought I heard someone say around 7 or 8 are actually going for the double bag on day 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw about 4 with my own eyes, just as I dealt a few more tables for the day 2 event when I was sitting, watching, pushing, trying to pick up who's going for round 2. But yeah, there was a lot of heartbreak too. I gotta say today there was some monster hands with some turns and rivers that kind of left some players in awe.
Yeah.
Let's just say, of the juju. And I'm curious to see on this live stream tonight if we're going to see some of those big moments, where someone's down to a 4 or 3 outer Vic, and you and me are sitting here, and all of a sudden we're like, ooh, that one's got to hurt a little bit. So you got to walk it off. There's plenty of day 1s. And speaking of what we were talking about earlier, $1 million guarantee.
Yes.
Matter River Poker Room, Reserve Poker Club, combining forces. You see all the days and the events right there. Look at all those noon start times, Vic. Early in the day at noon, get here early. And we have a turbo. I think that gets a little overlooked. I wanted to point out that turbo.
Right.
And we had a player, I believe the gentleman who won it last time was from the turbo.
Yes. A late
reg in the turbo.
In the turbo, drove over after getting off of work in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Can you imagine that?
Got here just in time, and then he winds up taking the whole thing down.
The whole thing down.
Yeah, over $200,000.
An amazing story.
And was his first place money.
Day 2 restarts on Sunday. Then we have Monday is our day 3. And then, Vic, tell the people about our new satellite. So we have the normal satellite list, but tell them about on Tuesdays. That's a new satellite format that I'm really excited about.
Yeah, and you really don't want to miss this. The ability to get life-changing money. In this case, first place was about $227,000 for a $65 buy-in in a satellite. And as you see, we have the dates. And say that again, Jim. Oh, okay. Yes, that's right. It was $272, and then they made So the $200,000 prize pool guarantee for first play, or the first place guarantee, wound up being $270. And the other thing we talked about, Dom, was this was the first time this has been attempted, a joint venture between 2 superior clubs here in the state of Ohio to put together $1 million guarantee. There were a lot of eyes on this.
Yeah.
We got players from all over the country.
Texas.
But I think there were also players kind of sitting back, waiting to see how this was going to go. We can expect this to just blossom even further, knowing that it's the second time we ran it, and the word has gotten out about how well this first one had gone.
Vic, I think it's safe to say, and we've done our unofficial guarantees before.
Yes, we have.
But I think it's safe to say if we're going to get over 270, like 272 on the first one, it's at least going to be 300,000 for the second one. And
yes,
if we hit, 2.4, 2.2, who knows if we even creep toward the 400K mark, which would be close to $500,000. It's endless. I know we had some on Saturday. We had a little bit of time we needed a bigger boat. The same.
Yeah.
Because we had so many people come in for this $1 million guarantee,
yeah,
especially that last Saturday. I think we're going to probably rectify that, get a few more tables up. I expect the numbers to be bigger. And also, learning from the past, some of these players, getting in some more early flights, not waiting till the end.
Right.
We had good numbers throughout the series running each flight, but I expect the earlier flights to even be bigger this time because they're seeing just a flood. We had a lot of out-of-state players on the final weekend come in.
Really did, and I think we're going to see more of that. As I mentioned, this was the first time we had put it together. There were probably some people, hey, I'm going to wait and see before I'm going to travel, 200, 500,
and I don't blame
1,000 miles, and I don't blame them. But now, it's been established, and it's gotten a lot of attention. So anyway, back to the action here.
Yeah, we got a big tournament brewing right now.
We do.
Day one, the tone setter of the whole tournament.
You're going to see some familiar faces here. Big Slick Rick.
I was there.
Tasha's been here. Dawn. Carson. Alan
Welcome
H.
back, Tasha, by the way. We just saw Tasha on a big tournament not too long ago. Very impressive. Vic, do you remember how we said when she puts the pressure on, she's a new, different, dangerous player? And I'm looking forward to seeing if she'll do that today.
Four-handed.
Jack 4-7, couple of hearts. Look at Carson with the ace-high flush draw. No semi-bluff taken.
Check it around. Free card.
Now let's see if he gets a little juice in him. Andy with the gut shot. The 3-6 Mafia in the house.
Carson is going to come along and see what this river is. And the board pairs, so by virtue of the ace, Carson has the check marks. Let's see if Andy can bet him off this hand, because Carson really staying in there for the flush. Nope, check, and the showdown.
Man, we've seen Carson on this live stream make deep runs. Got Tasha, Andy, who we've a regular on this live stream in big tournaments. Big Slick Rick, Alan H, who you see a lot of times on our Thursdays and in tournaments. This is a loaded feature table right off the rip.
Guys, make sure you get your cards in the box.
Tony in the house too. Good to see Tony on the live stream. I know he's jacked up for the Veterans Tournament, by the way.
As is Big Slick Rick. Blinds are at 400, 800, 400. Started out this evening at 6 p.m. with the blinds at 1 and 2. $40,000 starting stack.
Here's Dawn.
Dawn picks up pocket jacks now. She raises this up to 3,000.
Has Dawn been on the live stream before? She looks familiar.
I believe she has. $2,200 here to call. He's got 60,000 in front of him, and he's going to make the call. So we're going to go heads up. Jonathan, everybody's favorite southpaw, in the box.
And a 3-10-5 board. Rainbow.
Beautiful flop for jacks.
Yeah. Can't ask for much more.
Continuation bet and quick fold from Tony.
The duck is back for Big Slick Rick, and now Buddha was in here today, who got... By the way, this is not a spoiler because we didn't get it on camera.
Okay.
For those who watched the live stream, I was dealing. We had Enright and Buddha in a huge pot. I'm talking both these guys had mounds of chips on a queen high board. Buddha bets big. Enright calls. A 10 comes on the turn. Buddha bets again big. Enright goes all in. They call. Buddha had ace queen. Enright turned 2 pair with queen 10.
Oh.
Got it in. And the red duck was not happy.
No.
The red duck was present in Buddha's stack. I think it might have interfered with the power of the Buddha.
I don't see red ducks very often.
I think this red duck's like part of the Illuminati or something. It's like a dark duck.
Byron, as I mentioned, what we have here on the feature table is pretty much the luck of the draw. That's why we call it unadulterated poker. You're going to see as players get moved or get knocked out, and we bring in new players, it says you, Byron, when you play here, we move players based on the big blind.
we've had pros, not saying any names, come in here and be shocked that they're not on the feature table, and we go, nope, we do it random for everybody.
Do it random for everybody. Taking just a second here to get the graphics caught up.
Check. That's 4,100.
Rainbow board here, Jack 4-6.
Call.
Alan was the pre-flop aggressor with the Ace 10. Andy's going to come along with King Queen offsuit after a continuation bet
Fold.
from Alan.
Yeah, we got a couple floaters in here.
Heads up.
And now we're going to go back to heads up action, and the turn is a king. And that puts Andy in the lead.
Yeah, gets top pair. Also a gut shot now for Alan Vic.
5,000. Call.
A quick call here from Andy. And no help there for Alan. See if he wants to continue to try to keep the pressure on.
Check.
Andy, check, and he's going to show the winner.
And Andy's going to take down 13.4K.
And if Andy looks familiar, it's because during our last big series, and we had a team event, how everybody loves the team event. But a new nickname was developed. T-Candy.
T-Candy went viral. It was sweeping the nationwide. I can't wait for the team event next time.
Yeah.
They took it down. Also, another nickname that went on the cash live stream was for Alan H. Someone thought he resembled Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So we had a couple. And those weren't generated by us. That was the people.
Fold. 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 Raise to 3,000. Fold. Fold. Got a winner.
And Brick's going to take one down. Just business as usual. Raise, fold, fold. Sweep some chips in. Yeah, we had a great start today on Thursday for our day event. Got here early. Wizard was running the floor. Ended up opening a few more tables right after registration.
Yeah, Jules, this tournament is nine-handed, so you're looking at a full table, feature table. Currently right around 90 entrants in this flight so far. The morning flight was 132 entrants, so 13 players advanced to day 2.
And we do have B-World in the house playing in the main lobby. He's hoping to get on the feature table, and I know that's good for ratings. Anytime we can get B-World, it's a blessed day. So 3 players going to the flop. 5-9 ace, couple of clubs, flush draw for Tasha right off the rip. Bottom pair for Andy. He's going to lead out, see where he's at. Big slick rake with just a gut shot.
Forward. Cross 2,000. We got heads up to the turn. Check.
King, this could slow things down.
To the river.
And it does. Here we go to the river, and there's the club that Tasha was looking for. She's pretty close to her starting stack, so this will be a pretty good pot for her.
6,500.
Pretty important at this point to take down Andy, really, with just a bottom pair here.
She had a monster stack with 4 or 3 tables left during the day, and just didn't go her way when the blinds got bigger, but she's playing some great poker already. Looks like she's focused on round 2, making day 2.
Jules, that's important feedback. You mentioned that you like it better when it's nine-handed. Certainly, it's a little more comfortable around the table. Thank you for that feedback.
I definitely think as long as we're not going way, way, way over expectation when we have the dealers, we pretty much try to do 9-handed. The only time, me personally, this is just my personal preference, even if it's a 9-handed tournament, is when you get down to the final table. I like the final table breaking and making that 10.
You're right.
Just because the blinds are so big, and I don't want to see, maybe 4 out of the 10 players playing short-handed going to the final table of 9. I do like it when it's still 10.
So Carson's going to raise this up with 9-8 of hearts to 3,000. Allen's coming along with a couple of diamonds. Brandon makes the call with 7s back over to Big Slick Rick, and he lets the 9-5 clubs go. Tasha, Jack 10, gets out of the way. So we're going to go 3-handed.
We have 3-handed to a flop.
And here comes the flop. A 7 right in the window.
Hello. Action flop, big hand alert, top pair with the flush draw for Allen.
1,500.
Set of 7s for B. Carson betting 4.5, regretting it. He doesn't know it yet. But I appreciate the heart.
We raised to 11,000.
And now a raise from Allen to 11,000. And this looks like it could be an all-in moment, and it is for Brandon.
Yeah.
With the 7s.
I said big hand alert, Vic, underway, commencing right in front of us. One of these players most likely
14,100.
going to get a huge advantage early on.
14,100. Allen, of course, going to make this call. Allen does have outs here with the flush draw.
14,100 total.
Besides having top pair.
Yeah, B's going to see that Allen has probably the only hand other than pocket kings he doesn't want to see. The diamonds. Here we go.
Full house now.
Yep. I said a blink for the flush, but yeah, you're right, Vic. It was a full house. He shut the door.
You're right.
King and a king only would have helped him on the river.
A much-needed pot there for Brandon, now back up to 43,000. Again, everybody starting here with 40,000 in chips, $240 buy-in, and we have somewhere around 60 to 70 minutes before the dinner break. That break will be 30 minutes. At the end of that 30-minute dinner break, then that'll be the end of the re-entries. Entries and re-entries.
Vic, you've seen Brandon play enough. I have too. Would you say if he gets up to, let's say in the next 30 minutes, 40 minutes, up to like 110K, you're going to see a different playing style, and that's when he's most dangerous?
Absolutely. Brandon does like to put pressure on. He does like to find his spots and then put the pressure on regardless of the 2 cards that he's got. It's tough to do when you're just at the starting stack, so that was a very important pot for Brandon.
Yeah, if he has a lot of chips in front of him, they are not on lockdown. He's still open for business.
No, not at all.
Heads up action here. Queen Jack versus Ace King. Ace King still in the lead on a 6-8-5 board. Couple of hearts.
6,000.
Dawn's going to see where she's at with her ace high. She's in the lead right now.
So you see the chip stacks up there on the top for these players. Again, this is a feature table. I believe we've got at least 8 tables going on in the main room. We just had a nice picture of that. But of course, Dom and I have been in the booth for some time now, so that could change quickly. During these day ones, you can walk in and think, well, this seems like a low turnout, 4 or 5 tables, and it really can change in just a matter of minutes.
Yeah, then all of a sudden we're up to 9-10 tables.
We saw that this morning. We are in the midst of a little bit of a heat wave here in Toledo right now, and then that turned to just thunderstorms and rain a few minutes ago. But if anything, that will help our tournament because there's really nothing else to do in Toledo when it's 98 degrees outside.
Well, Vic, I don't know what I have to do. I try to tell the people, you do too, get here early and register because the same thing happened today.
Yep.
We had about 6 tables registered, and all of a sudden, the whole field was standing in line right when the tournament was starting. Everyone coming last minute.
Right. Brick now raises it up in early position with 6-5 offsuit. Tony makes the call with ace-10.
Got to re-raise.
Carson's going to raise it up in the small blind with ace-6 offsuit. This is a 3-bet to 9,300.
Curious to see if these players have been playing. These players sat down at this table when the tournament started. If he picked up on a read, you normally don't do that with ace-6. Carson going with his gut instinct here. Now this bet looks strong. Curious to see what Tony does with ace-10.
Tony, I was going to say Carson is the chip leader here at this particular table. Yeah, Marge, we're going to go probably till about 11 o'clock tonight. Depends on how the levels fall. Oh boy.
And we have a queen, king, 10 board. Tony, who is in the lead, is still in the lead. Flop bottom pair with the gutter. But Carson's going to c-bet this out to 11K. And Tony is going nowhere. As Vic likes to say, getting sticky.
$14,000.
Carson representing a hand like ace-king or ace-queen.
Well, he hasn't let up.
No, he has not let up.
He's almost playing it like he has 10s or queens when he flopped a set. Or ace-king, like you said.
And even though he's technically out of position, he's kind of taken control of the betting here, thus
The blinds will be up next hand.
creating position.
No, it's not.
It's working.
It's not even. It's not even.
I knew that.
Wow, Tony is going nowhere.
I already knew they were going up.
What table average did Carson make before we got online?
I'm not sure.
Just like if it's another call, so we don't have to look behind that.
They don't want him to screen.
Oh, that's what.
And Carson continues on. The check mark is next to Tony with the ace-10.
Forward.
And he does get Tony to lay down the best hand.
And he does not show. Nice bluff. Carson.
Wow. And now he
Gears
jumps
ahead.
up to almost 150,000 in chips. Marge, the other thing I was going to mention is that, as we mentioned at the beginning of our broadcast, we will also be doing a live stream tomorrow night, just like this, starting at around 8 o'clock, going till 11. And then, of course, we will be live streaming day 2, and we'll be starting that sometime around 4:30 on Sunday. Blinds have gone up now.
Forward.
That one should be a long one. I expect about an 8-9 hour live stream on Sunday.
I would think so.
And I had to agree with that.
Big Slick Rick now pocket fours. He's been real quiet since we started. He's got double his starting stack
Raise to 6,000.
with the blinds at 5, 1,000, and 500. He's going to bump this up big time to 6,000.
Forward. 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 Got a winner.
Your deuces are good, Rick.
It wasn't far off.
And Alan H. was not far off. He says your deuces are good, and he had fours. We are the reserve in Toledo, Ohio. This is our Day 1B feature table. $100,000 prize pool guarantee Mega Bounty Tournament. This is the second of 6 flights.
During the catch.
2 more flights tomorrow, 2 more on Saturday, and then day 2, a restart Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. That's true. Alan, you do.
Top 10% from each flight moving on to day 2. Today we had 132 entrants, so 13 players moved on to day 2.
Raise to 5,000.
Alan using his position here,
Forward. Forward.
going to raise to 5,000.
Getting jiggy with it.
Getting jiggy, a 5X.
Call 5. Call 5.
Wow, well, we got an action table, Vic.
Well, both of these players have a lot of history with Alan. So it doesn't surprise me that they make this call.
And an action flop here. Top pair for Tony, mid pair for Big Slick Rick, and then an open-ended straight draw for Alan.
So Tony's going to go ahead and push all in with his remaining 15,000 or thereabouts. He does hit top pair with a king kicker. Big Slick Rick does have a piece of this. His cards are red and the board is black.
Big Slick Rick still has Alan behind him too. Curious if that plays a factor in his decision. Looks like he's not giving up. No, he's going to make him earn it. Now over the Alan. Now you're almost priced in a little bit more with an open-ender. 2 overs.
Call.
And wow, we have
62,000.
62.9 thousand in the middle. King, now 2 pair for Tony.
Check. Check.
And the queen on the river.
Wow.
Alan hits the straight. Huge card for Alan. He's got what,
question for
18K?
Alan.
Yeah, he's going to shove.
He's going to shove, see if he can. Nope. Doesn't get any more out of Big Slick Rick.
Straight.
Yeah, Tony. Wow is right.
How lucky is that shit, Alan? Nice
A
hand.
lot.
He was open-ended on the flop.
I was open-ended.
Yeah. Nice hand.
I threw that 5 out there hoping everybody.
Yeah, that big hand right there. Alan H now up to 81.5K. Just a reminder, if you're just tuning in, there was an add-on option, but players can start up to 50,000 to start.
Correct.
So Carson really almost has 3 stacks in front of him early. Vic. Big hand alert indeed.
We will continue to be 9-handed, so it'll just take a couple minutes, and
Call.
the floor. We'll get another player move from another table over here.
Yes. Fold. 3,000 is the bet.
You're open-ended on this.
Here's Brick with King Queen suited. King Queen suited, even offsuit, has been treating the table well so far, Vic.
Sure
It's
has.
a
He
hand.
raises it up to 3K. Dawn makes the call with 10-9.
And we have a, well, not this hand so far. 4-7-9.
Yeah,
What did we do? Did we jinx it?
we did. But once again, top pair with a top pair is the 9s.
Check.
2 boards in a row here.
That's hard. It's harder than it sounds.
5,000.
King 10 on suit.
Dawn kind of wants that hand to be over quickly, seeing this, again, that was all red, and she had black in her hand.
Nice hand for her. She's at 67, almost 68K.
There's a shot of the main room. Great view.
Shane. You see the Warlock next to Kara in the green shirt. Good juju going his way. See Todd in there. We got some big hitters in this tournament.
Fold. Fold. Fold, fold. Fold. 3,000.
Big Slick Rick waking up with hooks. Oh, the ducky is being moved. That means our 3-bet.
Re-raise. 13,000.
Tasha with 9s. Another big hand alert, Vic. Now Brick only has 26K. I mean, it's either shove or fold, and he's going to elect to fold.
Blinds at 500, 1,000, and 500 in this pot, already up to 30K.
Oh, a 9 right in the window. Oh, what a money flop
Man.
for Tasha.
30,000.
Big Slick Rick just grabs his purples, pushes them out there.
Please.
I'll take one.
All in here from Tasha with the set of 9s.
Wasn't that quick call from Big Slick Rick? I understand why.
Yeah, it's a great flop for Jacks.
Just a better one for 9s right now.
Yes,
And an ace on the turn. Blank.
Jack and Jack only.
Oh, quad 9s.
Quads with an ace kicker.
Tasha's going to profit $55K, Vic. She'll be up to 108.
Yeah, she was trying to tell you with that.
She's a dangerous player.
She is, and now she's got 100 big blinds in front of her.
I give her ammunition now. Scary thing for the rest of the table.
My wound down here.
Oh, there's the
Oh,
duck.
there's the duck too. Duck attack.
Yeah, Chris, I'm a fan of shooting the duck as well. I've threatened it with my pocket knife.
That, by the way, is not urban legend, folks. That is real. That is very, very real.
Now keep in mind, folks, my pocket knife is my little bitty Swiss Army knife that mostly helps me open packages when I get any at home, but it's got a toothpick on it.
That duck is not safe. Let's just say that.
My knife is not very intimidating, but
When it comes to the rubber duck, that's a horse of a different color.
Carson's got 7s now, and he's going to raise it up to 2,500. Brandon going to make the call with ace 10. Now Jacks. That seems to be the hand of the night here at the feature table.
Yeah.
Andy's picking up Jacks. He's got 75,000 in front of him.
And you almost like that you see the jacks get busted the hand before because you're thinking the odds of them two hands in a row
Yeah.
go down, right?
Right.
They got to be good one time.
He is going to 3-bet this to 10,500. Back over to Carson.
Same situation, an underpair coming along, Vic.
Does Brandon want to be in a sandwich? And he does not. He gets out of the way.
Proper fold, only drawing the 3 outs.
Heads up.
25K, a little slightly over in the middle. And, oh my goodness, 2 hands in a row.
Wow.
Jacks have had a set flopped on them on a very low board. 9 high the first time, now 7 high. Top set for Carson.
15,000.
Now here's the question with Carson: Do you want a smooth call or do you want to raise before any scare cards come out there? And he's going to elect to just smooth call. I don't blame him. Another great card for Carson. Jack still with the overpair. See, and now a scare card. Let's see if that kills the action for him. If he does not bet this, I'm sure Andy will probably just check. You got to bet your hand. You might go for value like 25, 27K. And it's 25.
Call.
And a call, he's going to get paid off here. Carson now
And Jacks, ooh.
continues to be the chip leader here at this table. And now up to 200,000. The next stack is Tasha with 100,000. Starting stack of 40,000. There was an optional add-on when you sat down for an additional 10,000. So basically, considering that most everybody's starting the day with 50,000 in front of them. And in about 40, 45 minutes, there will be a dinner break that is 30 minutes long. At the end of that dinner break, that'll be the end of late reg for this flight. In the meantime, anybody gets knocked out, they can go back up to the cage with their 240 and buy back in again.
So, Vic, there's pros and cons to everything in life, including poker.
Yes.
The con is we have to wait 30 minutes to wait for poker to ensue, and we're
Yeah.
poker players and we're impatient, including myself.
Yes.
The good news is, though, when we come back from that dinner break, if it's anything like this morning, for some of these stacks, it's like make or break. Like I'm either going to double up in the first 45 minutes and become a contender, or I'm going to get out. And we should be seeing fireworks.
Yes.
If it's anything like this morning. So that's going to be a fun time to have on this live stream as people make a push to make day 2.
You know, that king, I think, really helped in that last hand. Really helped Andy. Andy got away without losing his entire stack in that hand with his jacks against a set of 7s. But now we're on to the next hand, and Carson with 5-4, and he hits 2 pair, and he checks it. Top pair here for Brandon, and now Carson's going to push all in and keep the pressure on. Carson now has a table image here of being very aggressive.
Takes it down, doesn't get greedy, got his money in good.
And Alan did not, or Brandon did not get sucked into that with his top pair. Probably what helped was that there were 3 hearts on the board.
Yeah, that definitely does help.
Is that right? It's Marlboro.
Yeah, Johnny T in the house I saw too. Chris R, Kiwi Colleen on the message board. Poker Jules, B World.
Dealer change now, Mr. Josh Black coming into the box.
All right, 1,000 to go.
Andy, Jack 9.
Go 2,000.
He's going to do a little min click. Let the 2K.
Folds around.
Brian Bishop, I love it.
That's a
Tell Alan not to be a nit.
Well, he just called with King 6.
He just called with King 6,
yeah,
so
he's
yeah.
in there. We have a deuce 4-10 board. Advantage normally goes to the initial aggressor, unless Alan wants to switch it up. And
Alan is in the lead by virtue of his king, but he's going to check it. Andy, pre-flop aggressor. Let's see if he wants a continuation bet, and he does not.
oh, and now the jack hits for Andy. And looks like Alan is going to play pretend here,
2,500.
like he has the jack 9.
See, Bishop, you ask and you receive. You didn't want Alan to be a nit. He's driving the action right now.
Yeah, I have to defend my good friend Alan on that one. He is not a tight player.
The board pairs. Yeah, Colleen, the duck is back. Chris Roberger and I are planning an assault.
1,000 call. Jack.
And, Andy keeps him honest. He's going to profit 9,500. Nice play, Andy.
We are the reserve here in Toledo, Ohio. I see we're getting some more viewers here. Thank you for joining us. This is day 1B. This is the second flight of 6 flights leading up to day 2. 10% of each flight advance on to day 2. We had 132 players entrants, I should say, in day 1A, so it's 13 players so far, moving on to day 2. And a number of those players, as Dom and I were talking about earlier, stuck around to play this flight as well, so they're going after a double bag, if not also to improve their bag.
Yeah, I know Lori got in there.
Lori got in there with, I think, around 240,000. I think she would definitely want to try to improve that.
She's going for a double bag right now. I believe she's at table 3 or 2.
Yeah.
I saw her play.
Call.
Jack 9 getting in there also. So the min click.
The min click and 2 callers.
Trending. And now we have a ace 7 king board. Ace 10 for Andy in the driver's seat. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, also watching compared to our no knit, this is a little bit more. You're not hearing Buddha and MGM Bob going back and forth. It's a different taste. It's a different flavor.
Yeah.
Next time I'll do that.
Got a 100K guaranteed tournament underway right now.
2 pots in a row now for Andy. And if you remember from our last series when we had a team tournament, and T Candy ran very well in that tournament, created a new handle, admired by many, feared by some, ignored by others. Big Slick Rick, King 9 offsuit, 1,000 to call. He's going to push all in. He's down to his final 10K.
Rick's going to put all the chips in and he's going to shake them. Okay, perfect. Are we getting you a tail? Okay, perfect. Let's continue. Fold. Fold.
See.
Very good. See how we met?
Big Slick Rick taking it down. The duck gets more ammunition.
No guarantees on the next one now.
The Swiss pocket knife is getting sharpened as we speak.
Now, I'm going to have a conversation with the dealers here. Josh Black just encouraged a squeak from the duck after taking the pot down.
That grinds your gears.
Well, that's not in the handbook.
And we just got a new handbook. The handbook was just released. We had a meeting.
We had a meeting. The duck should have been brought up in the meeting. We are the Reserve, Toledo, Ohio. So very proud of bringing you another Mega Bounty tournament. It was so popular. Our most recent one with the General, Brian Patton, taking it down.
All right, my man's going to put his entire sack in here.
And he's going to push all in again, this time with Big Slick. From Big Slick Rick, under the gun. King 9 for Tasha. It is suited.
11-2, my man. Good count. 11-2. Ball's 11-2.
Dawn makes the call with Ace Queen. And the Nemesis in the muck. So we're going to go heads up here.
Ace with the queen.
Big Slick Rick
Ace with the king. All in.
hanging on
Another big hand
as
alert.
best as he can.
Big Slick Rick trying to get back. Can Ace King hold? 2 more cards. Queen and a queen only. And it's clear. Big Slick Rick on the comeback trail now. The duck was left for dead. It's got new life.
Yeah.
Vic is still plotting his attack.
You guys jack there?
No, 4-3 hearts, man. I wanted to play it.
We got DFG in the house too. Chris R is talking about the duck being involved in the bounty.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll give him more action.
Well, I'm going to show my age and make a reference to the Marx brothers, but the problem is if you take the duck away from him, just like Harper Marx, he probably has another one just waiting to come out, and another one after that, and another one after that. If you're old enough out there to get that reference, I appreciate you very much.
You mean a lot to Vic.
Brandon now, Queen 10, and he's going to raise this up.
Raise it up, 25 to go.
Like I said, he does like position play.
I wish I knew it.
Yeah, in the cutoff.
He just got pink. Tell us the story.
Oh, Brick over here. He's got 24K roughly.
All the way in.
Yeah. Yeah, blue.
You see anything strange?
Strange.
Mystery hand for Big Slick Rick.
It's like a layup.
I was going to say. Cheese and pizzas.
And Brandon says, "Uh-oh, I was
Yep.
just kidding."
Uh-oh, yeah, is right.
Go outside. It's probably
If
smart.
you can't take a joke, I'm not going to play.
Actually, it was really nice weather.
Was it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a little hot the first couple of days, and then it was like 90, which feels like 70.
Yeah, because they don't have any humidity.
It's really nice there.
Yeah, Marty, that was the duck that came down with Groucho marks. You bet your life.
Are we going to see Marty in here this week, Marty?
Good
You
question,
moved it down?
Marty. You going to make your way over here from Pittsburgh?
25.
We got to get Marty on the live stream, right? Get
Yeah.
the people what they want.
Call.
Dawn now raising up to 2,500 with their suited ace-9. Carson calls with 7s.
Oh, Marty says she's not going to make it over.
Andy now with 10s.
DFG, which flight are you going to be playing in? You got to work all week and then come in here on Saturday?
Andy disguising the strength of his hand, Vic, with just a smooth call with the pocket 10s. Andy's got position. Tasha might just be priced in. She's got a mystery hand, but she's like, hey, 1,500, 11K now in the pot. I like that. That's max value. And we have a 3-3-4 board, Vic. Right now, for the hands we can see, Andy firmly in the lead. But Carson with 7s, I don't blame him. Throw something out there. It's a good flop normally.
Call.
Andy just calls. Well, there was something here to Tasha's liking with the mystery hand.
Okay, hold the action. She raised to 16. Everybody who's still remaining, please move your cards around in the box. Let me know when to go, Gio. Perfect, we can continue. There's 16 to go. Hold.
Well, DFG, hope to see you tomorrow, buddy. Hope you run well. Run
That
deep.
is like the only player Andy does not want to see raised. The person that was priced in in the blinds on the 3-3-4 board. Because right now it's shove or fold with your stack. You got 30K left. She made it 16. You either think your 10s are good or they're not. And yeah, he's going to get out of the way. Tasha getting after it.
Well, Marty Ball, very disappointed that you're not going to be able to make it over. And we don't say that just because you bring us presents each time, and you don't have to bring us presents.
I just love seeing her.
We love seeing you here.
Yeah, that was a really good bet there.
Did you flat free with 9?
Great.
Did you flat free with 9s or 8s?
I had to beat.
I believe it.
We got a bad board operator. All right. 6 and 12 is the new action.
Josh Black said that like he thought maybe Gio didn't hear him, but he knows that Gio can hear him.
30.
So what?
30.
3,100.
Yes, sir.
Couple folds, slow it down for me just a skosh.
Better than that.
Now Rick,
Folds over his spin number, son.
28,000, and he picks up the jacks. DFG, I'm telling you, the jacks are so hot on this table.
Raise. Oh, that was super cool. Oh, 8,000. I don't know how that hit. 8K.
And Carson has shown that he likes to be involved in the action. We've seen that from him before, and that's no exception. Plus, he is the chip leader at this table.
I like watching this wide range of cards.
Yeah. Ace-4 of spades versus jacks. He's going to be first to act on this flop, and he gets a piece of it.
This could be action, Vic. Mid-pair with the gut shot to the wheel. Not to mention Brick. This has 20K in front of him. Carson, what, 191?
Yeah.
That definitely plays a factor.
I think one of the last times we had Carson on the live stream for, I believe, a tournament.
Changes out.
Pretty sure his dad was watching.
All in.
He's a talented poker player.
He is.
Today, 4.
A very nice young man. Carson's got some outs here. Brick is hoping he can dodge him.
And one more.
And he does, and the jacks hold up.
Well, I'll tell you what, Vic, I didn't say anything,
There you go.
but I thought the jacks are toast. We just saw the jacks back-to-back hands have a set flopped on them. I thought that was the juju hand of the night, but Brick broke the curse. Jacks are now 1 and 2.
Well, the jinx have been on the jacks, so they're what are we seeing? They're 2 and 2 right now, aren't they?
What's that?
Have we seen them 4 times?
We might have.
Yeah.
I might have discredited one.
Yeah.
No.
And the jinx had been on up
just-
until that hand.
It's just unbelievable. They've had hands dominated in
Yeah.
the struggle in the night.
Actually, a guy named Bo Weaver
Absolutely dominated. It's not like the jacks are running in the aces.
at the World Series.
We're talking sevens,
The Omaha
nines.
games mainly, but he
Just
does
now had a sweat with the ace 4.
dealt with quite a few of them, I guess. Brian, I think is his name. This is good by Bo Weaver. Been dealing up with it.
Shout out to Chat Star Kiwi Colleen, who said she had good news from the hospital appointment today. Love to hear that, Kiwi. You're always in our thoughts and prayers. Hope you get well soon.
But no-
Alan now in pocket 3s. Price of poker just went up to 3,000. Lines are at 600, 1,200.
I did not. That was interesting. Got to watch Phil Ivey get the break.
Oh, did you? That's yeah. See, you did see something cool.
Allen now. Here we go. Pocket 3s. Another ace 4 for Carson. Not a great flop for 3s, but he is in the lead right now.
4,500.
Continuation bet, a nice one, and he takes that pot down.
Before you act, okay.
You know, we always encourage people to go on to the reservepoker.com, get all the information about our daily tournaments and about our big tournaments. If you have an opportunity to go to Toledo Poker Group on Facebook,
It wasn't yours,
you're going to see the very handsome and regal Mr. Enright. It says Enright secured the largest bag
It's like, what is it?
with $1,698,000 on day 1A of the $240 buy-in Mega Bounty $100,000 prize pool guaranteed.
I told him that. Maybe it's even 3 minutes.
Check that out.
Getting away from the banana policy, I don't like it.
Get some time for
And that's pretty much a smile. It's a pretty good smile you're going to get from Mr. Enright. That is also the group that we like to utilize when we're posting, and it's usually 6-7 hours later after the flight is ended. Look at, here's the jacks again.
They're just popping left and right, and the other 2 players, Brick and Don, both have the other jack. And Brick has just picked the wrong time to make a move. 8-6 suited earlier.
Yeah, look at Carson folding king queen. Had he seen those other 2 jacks, he probably would have raced into that pot.
Well, I think Tasha hasn't been playing around either, though.
No.
I mean, we've seen Carson get aggressive with
Real quiet in
Ace-6.
here.
Credit
Yes,
Tasha
it
with a
is.
little bit of table image.
About to get loud.
Oh, God.
Oh, this kid? What's he doing over here? You need that? I gotta put my phone over here?
But that Toledo Poker Group Facebook and our
Yeah.
That's great.
reserve Facebook page is where we put the standings from each flight, who bagged and how much they bagged, and look who we've got coming in. It's been pretty quiet in there. It's not going to be quiet for a while.
What seat am I at? 8?
9.
The former champ.
No, I'm in 9.
The champ is here.
Rick,
I am in 9. That's what
you're in spot 10. You're player number 9. I understand what you're saying, but
Shout out to
you should stop.
Only 8-handed, right? Or 9-handed?
all the Dayton
I'm just telling you.
poker brethren tuning in.
9.
Oh, I just told him to put it in
You
9.
just need to keep your cards in spot 9, please. Well, yeah, you always cause so much trouble. dude.
I know.
That was you.
He does.
12 to go. 12 to go. Spot 8's to the spot 9. That makes sense, right?
Big slick Rick now. Had him coming in with 50K.
There's it up, 2,600.
flop, a straight flush draw.
62?
Yeah,
Yes,
so-
sir.
Check raise flop. Jam the river.
Sit more than 10 minutes like that. I did all day today. I didn't know they could talk earlier.
Literally,
62?
By the way, Adam should be Aaron. I'm pretty sure. Gio, can you check that?
It was the wager and it was cold. Let's continue.
I can understand.
Adam should be Aaron. Unless he specifically said Adam. And he wanted that as his alias. Then I'm sorry. But yeah, Dawn now, pocket sixes, still in the lead on a 7 deuce ace board. All right.
He did.
Durrani, former champion, live at the reserve,
Can't talk to Tom.
coming back for more.
You could, if you shot it aloud,
Coming to us from
thing.
Dayton, Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio.
Last time they were calling me the range the whole time, have you fired up?
Dangerous poker player. And like I said, he does liven up the
Do you have
table.
a certain name that you would
Love
like?
to see him on here.
D-Ron's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I told her your name was Adam.
Oh yeah, Marty, thanks. Yeah, I'm excited for that podcast too. We talked about the reserve, and they'll be dropping like June 30th.
Where are we at, 12?
Yes, sir, 12 ago.
Draw.
Calls 12. Call. Calls 12. Calls 12. What do you think? There you got 30. Have to go back to square.
So 5 players going to the flop.
Much better.
1,200 apiece. A civil hand right now, Vic.
Very civil.
Being nice. Everyone's being nice.
All right, here we go.
6,600 in the middle.
Oh boy. Look at Carson.
Check. Hold the action. Hold the action.
Carson flops a straight,
We're back. Yeah, checks around the rig.
It is a rainbow board.
Response.
but B has a piece of this with 7. Carson wants to see if he can get some more money into this pot.
3,500 to go.
3,500.
All in.
Oh boy.
All in, and we have a
Whoa.
call.
Yep. And a snap call, and as soon as Big Slick
Yeah,
Rick
he
heard
needs
that
runner.
snap call, he knew he was in trouble.
Yeah, he needs something to pair on
He
the turn to
knew
give him
he was
life.
in trouble.
And that is not it. That's
No.
going to get the check mark to Carson. Big Slick Rick. Great run, brother.
Yeah. I know we'll see you soon.
Does he get the duck, though? Does Carson get the duck?
I don't think that comes with it.
That's it.
Okay, so down goes the duck.
That was funny.
Marty Ball says MGM Bob will be in your tourney. Unsure. I did see a post he put earlier today, but I haven't checked it in hours, Vic. But he's in the money in the high roller seniors event.
Yep.
He said the bubble bursted, so he's in the money.
Yes.
5K buy-in.
Yep.
So Reserve Bob hopefully representing,
Yeah.
getting a run.
Because he's out in Vegas, we won't see him for a couple weeks. But we'll be cheering for him. Terry K, you're right. T Candy on the live stream.
Ace of 2600.
So Adam bringing the game that he's known for. He's going to raise this up with ace 9, Tasha, 10-9 of diamonds. And she does make, now Dawn, who's been pretty quiet here, waking up with aces. 3-bet this to 6,500. Some quick folds there.
Just count your bananas.
Brick in the big blind with the blinds at 600, 1,200, and 600.
Folds around to 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Adam's going to make the call.
Yeah, the gentleman going by the alias of Adam, the former champ.
And Tasha feels priced in, so she's going to come along. Almost 22,000 here in this pot.
Three-way.
You guys missed me.
Oh, pretty Ricky, I can smell you from here, baby.
And we have a Jack 6-3 board, couple of diamonds. Tasha,
Okay.
on her attempt to crack the aces, get some outs.
And Big Slick Rick buying back in and getting this getting drawn to the seat, which tells me that we've got the tables are full out there.
Giving
This
the
is
people what they want.
nine-handed.
Oh, here's the shove.
And a shove there.
Now, 36K, Tasha has 122 in front of her. Does she get tempted to try to crack the aces?
That Mobley sweatshirt?
Yeah.
This is the definition of temptation. $36K, the call, over 58 in the pot.
Fold.
And she lays off. And that's a good bet by Dawn, because if
Yes.
she just tried to value that, you know Tasha was getting in there.
Yes. I like that. I like that move with that board. And Anastasia, thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, Dawn now is in the green. She's over the starting stack, close to 60K. So she got unstuck. Now she's one double up away from becoming a major player in the game.
Just for you. Let's get some. Let's start talking a little bit. Let's get this table talking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We're on stream. You know, people are watching.
I love it.
Thanks, Adam. Appreciate it. Big Slick Rick, after his re-entry, firing another bullet.
When the champ sits down at the table, he doesn't want it to be lily-nilly. Let's play some poker. Let's get active.
It'd be for HBO, maybe not.
Cinemax.
Yeah,
What did you do?
it wasn't me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't blame it on me.
It wasn't me.
Folds around the 5, fold.
I was just the witness.
Ooh, okay.
Representing Mad River down at Dayton.
I enjoyed every minute of it.
Folds around the 7.
Enjoyed it. What is that? 5,000?
No.
Oh, you
He's
can
just
call?
call.
Oh.
I need 5 and 5. 5 and 1 board and 5 trip.
You said
105 grading.
I'm gonna make it 5,000.
Okay. What you were gonna make before?
Pocket sevens now.
Okay, and I'm gonna do this.
There we go.
Pre-flop, raising it up.
All right, let's rock. Here we go.
And Big Slick
Guy.
Rick making the call with what we call the moose, 8-5, and it's suited.
And sevens are still holding strong. 6-2 King Vic. Vic gets out, or I'm sorry, Big Slick Rick. I said Vic. Big Slick Rick gets out of the way.
Well, this is a 7. And then we'll spend time, guys, Daniels, into the next half an hour.
Hey, Danny boy!
And we've got a dealer change coming on, and if you've just joined us, we are the reserve in Toledo, Ohio. This is day 1B. This is the second of 6 flights that we have for our $100,000 prize pool guarantee Mega Bounty Tournament. And the mega part of that bounty is $500, begins on day 2.
How's everybody going tonight?
Top 10% of each flight qualify for day 2.
C1 knows we're getting real weird,
And
dude.
just qualifying, sitting down to day 2,
He knows how weird I get.
can mean quite a bit of money in your purse, depending upon if you're able to take some players out and collect a $500 bounty for each of those players.
Fold. Call.
I told him not to put me on the string.
Fold.
Carson.
You can lock it.
Let's go with the 9-3. He looked like he didn't want to.
I could be bad.
You went down.
Fold. Fold. If you push it in, not down, like this way.
Queen 9 suited and diamonds.
Call.
The champ comes in with Queen 9 of diamonds. 4 players, 5.4K in the middle. And we have a 8-6-8 board.
Check.
We've got an open-end straight draw for Big Slick Rick. Let's see if he wants to do a little semi-bluff here. Deuces for Brick right now.
3,200 for left. Fold.
And an invited amount. 3,200.
Winner.
Big Slick takes down the pot.
Takes it down.
He's on a mission.
Belated happy birthday to Kevin Wall. And yeah, my money is Kevin being on a boat this weekend. Kevin, I was just kind of in your neck of the woods the last couple of days. Took the grandsons to the Jellystone campground
2,000.
Long bitch.
there in Fremont, Indiana.
Maybe.
It was hot, and the boys are
Yeah, I would.
Check.
5 and 14 years old, and they did not get out of the water there at that park 2 days.
I want that duck.
They played hard.
Fold.
Allen now with ace king, ace queen. Blinds are at 600, 1,200, and 600.
Raise. 26.
It keeps looking at you.
Duck keeps looking at me, dude.
Fold.
So he raises it up to 2,600, a little better than 2x.
Call 26.
T Candy here
Fold.
makes the call with 9-8. Adam also with ace queen and on the button in position.
Yeah, he might get a little froggy here. Put the pressure on.
8,000 is about raise.
Yep, there it is.
Raises
10K.
it up to 8,000.
Oh, 8. Thank you.
Fold.
You never love seeing a 3-bet with ace queen. You come along for the ride sometimes.
Call.
But usually the advantage goes to the initial aggressor, especially when you're on the button, Vic. 2 players with the same hand.
Call.
And Andy coming in there. He's live. So 26.4 in the middle. And we have a 6-8 ace. All 3 players hitting the board. 2 players with top pair. Andy with mid pair.
10,500.
And with that bet, I won't be surprised if we see an all-in situation here coming up. I doubt the champ is just going to call. It's either fold or all in.
All in.
And there it is.
Call.
And a snap call there.
Nope.
Choppy, choppy.
Oh, you play some shitty cards, man.
And here we got a chop pot.
Right, both players are going to get a little profit, though.
A little bit of profit
Yeah,
at the
5.2K.
expense of Andy and the blinds.
So, hey, still add it to your stack.
Nice hand, sir.
And Andy's almost wondering, why couldn't I have just hit my 8 and that ace wouldn't have popped up there with both of them having
Down
ace
the middle
queen?
over there, dude, you know?
It was.
You would have won.
If the ace doesn't come on my head.
And so he's saying, why did the ace have to come? Why, oh why? King 10 now for Carson, first act.
Fold. 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 Raise 32.
3,200 now from Brick. Was trying to get it going. He's not getting a lot of cards, but he's putting on the pressure. He's just been running the monsters. Right now with 5-4.
Call.
Champ, not a believer.
100, just not for us.
Don't matter.
Big Slick Rick, Queen Jack suit and spades.
Especially you, I don't think it should matter.
Call.
That chime you hear in the background mean the blinds are going up.
Blind up next hand, 8 and 16.
The next hand.
Call.
Yeah, 8 and 16. They're getting pricey.
What's your name?
Horse.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Check. 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 Check.
8 of diamonds on the turn. Now the straight gets there for Brick.
That's 5,500.
Very inviting bet. Not trying to scare him away.
Hold. Hold.
No one takes the bait. And Brick profits over 10K. Nice hand, Brick.
You'll see a stream later.
8 and 16. Hold.
Blinds just going up.
Hold.
And I believe this will be the last level before they go to a 30-minute dinner break. These are 25-minute levels. And then there will be a 30-minute dinner break. At the end of that dinner break, that will be the end of late registration for this flight. This is the second of 6 flights leading up to day 2 this Sunday starting at 1 p.m.
32.
Little hodgepodge of some nice hands here. Ace Jack, Ace 10 suited, King Queen offsuit.
Check. 5,000. That's 5,000. Call. Hold. Check. Check.
And we have a 5 of clubs. What a scare card for everyone. Straight out there. And Carson's going to use the board in his favor, Vic.
Hold.
And it works.
Wow.
Nice hand.
Close.
Adam says you have a flush, and he says close. Yeah, Misty, we do not have food and beverages available. We're located in a great spot, though, for restaurants, both take in and take out, eat in and take out, excuse me.
We got free water bottles for everyone.
And we do provide free water and free coffee. We ask that we do not allow food in our gaming areas, this area or in the main room, but we do have an area in the front of the room with tables and a bar area to sit at.
4,000.
Once in a while for our big tournaments we have food trucks that'll show up,
Hold.
but for the most part we encourage people to
Call.
patronize the pizza shops and spaghetti shops and delis that are very close by. And Misty, yeah, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you, Dom and I will be here. Seek us out, or anybody really. But if you have some questions about food recommendations, we can help you with that. And here we go, four-handed to the flop. Oh boy, and Alan and Dawn each hitting their 5.
Check. 7,000. Hold.
Adam wants to see where he's at with his pocket 4s. Bet 7K over to Dawn.
15,000.
Raises it up to 15,000 now. Allen with the other 5-4.
Takes 2 the tango, right?
All in.
Yeah, that is not what we want to hear with 5-4. It's like, what are you beating? But you're not going anywhere.
You play some shitty cards too.
Allen the second time chopping a pot.
Yes.
Ace queen versus ace queen. Now 5-4 versus 5-4.
Nice hands.
Pulling back, chop it up. Small profit for both.
Not real.
And there we are at level 8. 18 minutes until the big dinner break. Blinds are at 1,000, 2,000, and 1,000. During that break, there'll be a color up.
Now it's worth 2,500.
Now it smells like burnt plastic. I'm about to fucking. We're in this enclosed room.
Oh. Hold.
5,000.
There's the 5,000.
Pocket 8s for Big Slick Rick.
Oh.
And he's going all in. Put the pressure on. Big Slick Rick all in for over 48K.
Hold. 44 in. Hold. So they good if they win? Hold. Hold.
Andy down.
Hold.
Didn't see King Jack just go in the muck, so a couple of his outs. But it looks like we're going to get an all-in big hand alert, 56.2K in the middle. Ace Jack versus Pocket 8s.
Not big, but not small.
30.
Come on.
Fair fight. Come on. Get it.
All right, and here we go. 56K, a little bit over in the middle. All-in situation for the champ. And we have a deuce, queen, deuce board. 5 of hearts on the turn. And the 8s hold Big Slick Rick on the comeback trail. Big Slick Rick up to almost 80K.
I had ace jack as well. King jack. I had ace jack. King jack. So yeah.
Yeah, King Jack.
Yeah.
He was drawing thin.
Drawing very thin.
I wish both you would have called that.
Really?
Never calling with king jack.
You don't play the nemesis?
Oh no. I I lived. That was as much as I did. Oh. See what happens. Always been at least a win.
Fold. Fold. Fold.
42.
42.
Yeah, Anastasia, the first flight was 132 entries and 13 players advanced to day 2. Right now, looks like we're going to have 10 to 11 players advancing to day 2 in day 1B.
Fold.
Carson takes it down. Wins a tiny one. He's up over 200K.
Oh, 10.
Fold.
10%. That's about slow.
Fold. 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 $35. All in.
So Brandon now on the button. Going to push all in with the remaining 21,600. Ace 6 of hearts. Ace 6 of diamonds gets folded. Ace 5 of clubs back over to Allen with 80,000 in front of him, and he needs 18,000 here to make the call. And he's calling to a coin flip.
Fold.
And he lets it go.
Nobody up once, I don't want to do it again.
I didn't mind the call either way.
That's the way I felt too. I felt I was flipping, so it's like,
Fold. Call. Call. Fold. Fold.
Blinds at 800, 1,600, 800.
And he now queen 5.
Fold.
Out of the way.
Call.
Big slick Rick now, ace 3 of diamonds.
Check.
Going to check his option.
Yeah, 7.2K in the middle. And we have a Jack Deuce 10 board.
Check.
Brick
Check.
hitting the best of it.
Check.
Top pair. Opening and straight draw though for Carson.
3,500. $9,000.
Brick's going to raise this up now.
Fold.
Top pair.
Fold.
Back over to the chip leader for this table.
Call. Check.
And now the straight hits. Carson gets there. Big river card.
Check. $16.6.
About a third of Brick's stack here to make this call.
$16.6K in the middle.
Sorry.
Wow, and he did get him to put some more money in that pot after hitting the straight. So young Carson here continuing to run very strong here at this feature table. Feature table of our day 1B.
Is that yours, sir?
I think so.
And he's the VPIP leader. He's pressing the action, creating the action, and cashing in on the action. As we mentioned, we had 13 players move forward from this morning's flight. Started at 11 a.m., concluded at around 6:30. This flight began at 6 p.m., overlapping. We got 2 more days. 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Friday, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Saturday. Carson with the nemesis, King Jack. Going to raise this up to 4K. Also, the nemesis for Andy.
All in. Hold.
All in degree moment. Andy putting the pressure on. Big Slick Rick, pocket 4s.
Hold. Hold.
The chip leader and then some. Young Carson.
I mean, he's got enough chips so it really doesn't hurt him. You might just want to try and knock a player out.
What's the total? 21. 21-2. Oh.
And he makes the call.
So King Jack versus King Jack.
What is it with all these matches?
Third, fourth chop pot we've seen here in just within the last hour, hour and a half.
Well, a couple of clubs. That does give possibility, but it's closed. The door's closed.
You too.
So King Jack versus King Jack.
Made me nervous. I was like, you 8s, he's jamming 8s, so I'm like, I have to call.
Yeah.
We got 7
Yep, definitely.
It's easier now.
And either...
We've got about 7 minutes till the dinner break.
Okay, I was going to say, they're not moving Carson. He's just giving him a rack there because he is the chip leader. They're going to be coloring up. And so they're selling off all the grays over there to Carson. Make that color up go a little quicker.
Anastasia is correct. I did not say the nemesis when it was nemesis versus nemesis in that hand. I was just in shock and awe at what I was seeing. I was left speechless.
Not very often.
2 players. This Carson had a lot of chips.
One more. No discount. Hold. Hold. Hold.
No Noah Jones asked, how many chips would you have to blind down to make? You would have to be up, especially when the blinds get bigger later on, at least 500,000 right now. And I'm not sure that'll be enough.
Oh.
I like that question. And Dom, I think the dart you threw at the wall at that number, I think that's about right.
I was going by what I saw when I was dealing this morning.
Yeah.
Just the blind's getting big, especially when it gets down the final 2 tables. You know, the action slows down a little bit as everyone's trying to make day 2, especially when you're like 2 tables of 7-handed. We have a 3-queen deuce board.
Check.
Got Cody checking in, letting us know that Dawn is a dealer in Fort Wayne. Thank you, Cody. Appreciate that. Right now, she's sitting at close to 60,000, a little bit better than her initial buy-in. $240 to buy into this tournament gets you 40,000. You get to do an add-on, $20 for an additional 10,000 in chips. And Brick now, runner, getting the flush. Here's the problem: if he bets it, he's probably not getting a caller.
4,000.
And if he gets called, it's probably from a better heart.
All the hearts out there. Brick getting there. That's 4K, trying to go for value.
Hold.
And Dawn raising it to 12, looking like a value bet. And with Brick stack, this is a decision here.
Cap Z, you asked good question. No, to do the add-on, you need to do it when you initially sit down with your buy-in, whether it's a re-entry or your initial buy-in. When you have that option, need to exercise that option. Can't exercise it later. Then we do not do add-ons at the break for these bigger tournaments.
Dawn putting on her bluffing shoes right now, trying to get one through.
Yeah, Anastasia, typically for our nightly tournaments we do an add-on at the break, but not in these bigger tournaments. And he makes the call.
Good call.
And Dawn announces immediately, good call.
I like the savviness though. Trying to get one through there.
Yes.
Maybe if it was not a painted heart, it would have worked. But like I said, he had the third nuts with the queen out there.
Well, and that cost her in this hand, in this pot, but that could come back to help her later on, particularly if she still has some of the same players and she makes a move like that, but she makes it with the nuts and then gets called. Allen now, under the gun, pocket nines. He's at 80,000.
36.
And he's going to make it 3,600.
Oh, 3,600.
Fold from B. I was getting ready to say fold from T Candy, but he looks like he's reaching for calling chips here, and he does with the Jack 8.
Fold.
Queen Jack suited, big slick away from the table. Dawn now. I'm sorry, Tasha now with Ace Jack in position. She does make the call.
Yeah, this pot's building up 14K in it so far.
And Carson with his chip stack. Why not with 7-5 offsuit? So let's go four-handed to the flop.
Yeah, with that type of hand, 7-5, you want overpairs. You want to flop something dirty and disguised. And a 5 right in the window, followed with 2 4s.
I mean,
Carson 2 pair. Allen though still ahead with the over pair.
check. I doubt that. 5,000.
And just about a third, just under a third of the pot. Allen with the 5K.
Disagrees.
Oh, actually, I'm right over. Oh,
Oh, right down.
raise the 12.
No, yeah.
Carson now raising it up. Putting on the pressure.
Call.
Allen makes the call. 40,000 in the pot now. Heads up.
Now with 3, it does give
Sure.
Carson a few more outs. 6 will give him the straight.
Check.
3 card going to the river. And it's a 6.
Oh
Carson gets
my
there.
goodness. Carson gets there.
17,000.
That's 17,000.
Allen looks a little nauseous. I would be too.
Yeah, it's not the card you wanted to see.
No.
And he's going to get paid off. Yeah, and Carson takes it down. He's just running over the table right
He
now.
really is.
288K, the chip leader at our feature table of this 100K guarantee mega bounty tournament. There so far, looks like we have how many vouchers? Is that 10? Did I see that correctly?
So if you look at the left-hand side, entrance is 104. Now keep in mind that
If we get one more.
we get one. No, we get one more. Then it'll be 11 during the time of this break. And there's the time for the break. 30 minutes, 28 minutes left. Please, if you go anywhere, please come back in exactly 28 minutes and 5 seconds and join us for the rest of the evening. We'll be doing a live stream here on this feature table for day 1B. 10% advance to day 2. We're going to be here till about 11 o'clock tonight
Yeah.
for some more poker action.
Yeah, we talked about it too. Right when they get back, I expect the action to be even more ramped up once registration closes if we're going by earlier in the day. But yeah, fun times, good action so far. And we'll be back with you shortly.
See you soon.
told me to sit neat, but just told my.
Yeah.
Okay, I believe we're back.
Boom,
And we want to thank
shakalaka.
everybody that stuck around here. I know we'll get some viewers back here in a minute, but we're going now to level 9. This is day 1B of the $100,000 prize pool guarantee Mega Bounty Tournament. $240 buy-in.
And registration is kaput. It's done. Over.
Until tomorrow morning
Yeah.
for 1C.
There's always another day.
There's always another day.
Don't tell these players that, though. They want to get in day 2 now. If anything, try to go for the double bag. I saw a few players out. I saw Lori still in there.
Yes. She's looking to get her double bag bonus.
4,000 into that.
Tasha now with pocket 4s.
4,000.
Oh, and a push here from Allen.
With the 8 deuce.
8 deuce.
Feeling froggy. Maybe he just sensed weakness with the limp in. And he's thinking, hey, there's some dead money out there. I need to make some moves. But Tasha giving him the look.
Yes.
Yeah, 11 vouchers.
11 vouchers today. We did make it to 11 for this flight. The earlier flight, day 1A, was 140 or 132, so 13 players. So between this flight and the earlier flight, now 24 players will be already going to day 2 by the conclusion of this flight. This is the second of 6 flights. We will be live streaming again tomorrow evening, just like we did tonight. Getting started at around, what did we start? Around 8 o'clock. Go until around 11 tonight.
Big Slick Rick, Ace Jack. And the Duck. Did you go in there and
No, I
stayed away, didn't you?
I stayed awake. You know, I stayed away because Big Slick Rick is in the zone here. I don't want to do anything to tip that apple cart. We can have a conversation about the Duck next week sometime.
Fair enough. You know, for the veterans tournament, I bet he's gonna get, but he's got to get the Duck in camo. You know, heads up, and we got Ace Jack versus Queen 10, and there it is, Queen 10 for Carson, hitting top pair on a 5-6 Queen Rainbow board Vic. I want to give a shout out to Mom too for saying good evening and chiming in. Thanks for the support, Mom. Hope you're doing well in Oregon.
25,000.
And Carson's going to take that down and profit another 24K, Vic. That puts him over 300K. 311 right now for Carson. Rocking and rolling. There is a camo Duck.
I went right to the internet, looked up camo Duck, and sure enough, I don't know. I think I'm going to order this just for him. Before I get it to him, though, I'm going to take the squeaker out.
Fair enough.
Little surgery.
With the Swiss Army knife.
Brick now with ace, queen of clubs. And he raises this up to 4,000. Early position.
We got the Warlock on here?
And now the Warlock.
Wait, is that a Warlock?
That is a Warlock
merchandise
sighting.
Available?
Big Slick Rick now pocket kings. And look at pocket kings right behind him.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Call your friends, call your neighbors, call your cousins. I know it's only a flight, but man, there's some poker action going on here tonight.
And here we go. Tasha. Kings versus kings. How often do you see this? And I don't think she went all in, but she basically put over half her chip stack in, 75K. Basically saying the water's warm. Big Slick Rick inside is loving this. Carson with the 7 deuce, getting some camera time before he folds. Andy looking down at 7-5 of diamonds. Yep, not enough. Frustrating time for Brick. Probably gets ace queen suited, one of his best hands he's seen since on here. He's got to let it go. Yeah, unless we see something funky.
We're looking at yet another chop pot, and we've seen this will be our 4th or 5th one just from tonight's.
Yeah, 56.
And he's trying to
Alright, go home, guys.
give himself some good luck there with the duck, and there are the kings versus kings.
No slamming of the cards, Big Slick Rick. The duck will get upset.
Hearts or diamonds?
Well, that's a spade. Ooh, couple of spades.
Couple
free
of
rolling.
spades.
Okay, it's
Nope.
over. 7-5 would hit 2 pair. Nice hand. For both players.
I had 10-6.
Chris Roberg says he's going to play in the Veterans Tournament, and he doesn't want to see hide in her hair of that duck. Taking a look at the VPIP, of course, the Warlock just joined this table.
Does the Warlock have Warlock gear now? Card protector? Is that a Warlock card protector? This could go... I need one of these for when I play.
Wow.
I'm hoping that is a Warlock, like, patented after him, card protector. I got to ask him about this. That has to be it. Look at that. That is the Warlock. This is it. The legend, the myth. It's growing. The power of the Warlock. Just upping his game on card protectors.
And if you're just joining us, day 1B feature table. 108 entrants in this flight. 11 players. Top 10% will go on to day 2.
It's 4,500.
Carson now, ace jack of diamonds. Raising it up to 4,500 with the blinds, 1,000, 2,000 with a $1,000 ante, a couple diamonds for B, but he lets it go. Small blind, no good there for Andy. 2,500 for Brick to call with a couple of clubs, 8-6. So we're going to go heads up. And here comes the flop. 4-4-3, and we've seen this before.
8,000.
In position, good continuation bet here. And he takes down another pot and continues to dominate this table. So if you can't make it tomorrow night, please join us on Sunday. We'll be starting sometime around 4 o'clock. Helps very much, helps us to hit that subscribe button, but it helps you when you do that and you hit the bell. You're going to get notifications when we go live. Sunday, of course, for the 100K feature and then final table, and Dom and I will be here until we crown a champion. And boy, there is a beautiful trophy.
I did see that handsome trophy,
man,
out in the room.
I love it.
It makes me a little bit sour that you and me can't even play in these because we always got to call the... And don't get me wrong, I want to call the action, but can we do it like 97% of the time and maybe 3% play one time? Just once. I want the handsome trophy.
Brandon's got an ace here with the 6, and he's going to push all in his remaining 24.3. Pocket 10s for Brick.
I think Brick is loving this because it's one of the few stacks too. He doesn't have to put all his
and
chips
Brick's
at risk.
he's gonna push all in here to isolate, and he does.
Brandon now going to need a little help.
Yeah, 3-1 favorite here for Brick with the 10s versus the ace 6. Brandon looking for a quick double up here. So far, no help. And now an ace and an ace only.
Oh, and a whiff.
And the 10s hold up.
Yeah, good run, Brandon. Never really got a rush of cards to get anything going. Had a double up when he was low earlier on. He got up to around 50, 60K. Thought we even talked about if he could get one more double up and get over 100K. That's when you could really see his true playing style. He's a dangerous player. But excellent run. Almost made it. Got to
Yeah,
Brian.
Brian, we will not be live streaming on Saturday.
We're gonna do Friday though.
We're gonna do Friday
tomorrow. Saturday is going to be crazy. And not to mention, just with all we got to get, up and early, Adam, on Sunday, get the room ready and whatnot. So,
well, Brian, and our experience with these bigger tournaments is that Saturdays are pretty big, and it's kind of an all hands on deck situation.
I agree.
Dom and I will likely be dealing. I know you and I have to be back here tomorrow morning at 10:40.
Oh yeah.
For flight 1C.
Yeah, I got a box of Kick cereal, and I got it strictly for this next coming days. I'm rocking the Kick cereal.
Okay.
I just haven't had cereal in a while. I'm coming out of retirement. Got a box of Kicks. Gonna see how it goes. Are you a cereal guy?
I used to be.
Yeah,
I love cereal. I don't eat as much of it anymore.
Yeah. Oh, look at this flop for Big Slick Rick. We have a gut shot straight flush draw for him on a 4-deuce-8 board. Top pair though for Brick.
6,500.
Basically a pot-sized bet.
He's just gonna call. Those hands you can play them both ways. There's a blank.
No help there for Rick. He checks it.
Brick checks. Free card. And it's a 9 of spades.
Two pair now for Brick.
Now it is Big Slick Rick. Try to bluff here. That is not the card on the river that would get much success.
Oh, he's reaching for chips here.
Yeah, he's not giving up.
15,000.
Hey, she was right. Yeah, she was big. 2,000 off. Call. Shut up. Call.
And a call.
Two pair.
Rick announces good call right away. And Rick just not picking the right times this evening.
I can't have you, Rick, I just can't have you snap the cards like that. You can break whatever you're doing.
Well, sometimes Big Slick Rick doesn't know his own strength, though, in his defense.
Pocket twos. Going to limp in here for Carson. And he's going to limp in right into Brick's ace-10. I sense a raise coming.
Raise 75.
7,500. Oh, and now Tasha. Ace, king of clubs. Needs 55 to complete.
Big Slick Rick's hand. Tasha has it now.
And she just calls.
Yeah, Carson's going to peel one. He's going to see a flop.
And Andy comes along as well with the Jack-8.
Yeah, it's juicy.
Nice. 32,000 in the pot, four-handed. Young Patrick in the box bringing us this flop, and here it is.
And an 8 right in the window, followed with a 6 and a deuce.
Wow.
Dangerous flop for Andy as Carson hits bottom set. Andy with top pair. And I'm a little surprised if you're going to call with Jack 8. You held it in.
And now a full house for Carson.
Check. $11.5.
Third of the pot.
I know TK sitting there, his partner, he's screaming, no.
Yeah.
He does have some outs, and 8 would save him.
Yes,
that 6
it would.
actually was a very good card for Andy. Even a 6 or an 8 would get him there. Yeah, Jack. Oh, that's actually the worst card in the deck. You
Danger card there for Andy. Wow. And Andy going down swinging.
We had nothing you could do there with that Jack hitting on the river. And Carson up to 380K in chips, Vic, almost hitting that 400K mark. A force to be reckoned with. On a mission. Nice hand, Carson. Yeah, and shout out to Andy for a nice run, though.
.619 coming on, saying hello everyone. Thank you for joining us. 619. This is the reserve, Toledo, Ohio. Feature table here for our day 1B. Blinds at 1, 2, and 1. We've just gone past the dinner break. Late reg is over for this flight. Tasha now, King 10 of diamonds. So we're going to go three-handed. Some sharing and carrying cards here, and here comes the flop.
We have a 3-5-9 board.
Next round.
Free card, a jack, and now an open-ender here for Brick.
Yeah, you gave 2 straight draws, the open-ender and the gut shot. But still no one, Vic, with the commanding lead of anything.
No. And now, by virtue of the king, with a queen kicker.
Someone breathe on it, Vic.
Yeah, no kidding. Just sneeze. I think you'll win the pot.
8,000.
Tasha bets 8,000. A quick fold there from Dawn. Brick decides not to try to keep her honest. Although she is honest, she's got the best hand. Terrific. Booker King, San Diego, California. We know that Kiwi Colleen over there in New Zealand. We had Dom's mom checking in from Oregon.
Yeah.
Oregon.
Manzanilla.
Where's everybody else at? Joining us tonight for this live stream. We appreciate it. If you're new to our live stream, we're here typically every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday night for a cash game live stream. This big tournament
Raise 4,000.
supersedes that. So we will not have a live stream Saturday night. We'll be right back here, though, Tuesday again for some great action. 5-5-10 this past Tuesday quickly became a 5-10-20 game. Here we go, heads up. Warlock raising it up with Ace-King. Carson comes along with 9-7.
Oh, and Warlock smashes it. 3-10 King. And a quick fold. Warlock picks up 6K. If he gets to 100K, watch out. Looks like he got a fresh stack right before break.
As we mentioned, this is the second of our 6 flights for this 100K guarantee tournament. And if you need any information on our daily tournaments, as we're open 7 days a week, or our big tournaments and some neat stuff coming up. I'm sorry, I just said neat.
I like neat or neato. If you want to go strict 80s like Mr. Science.
Oh, my grandson, 14-year-old grandson's going to clobber me for saying that. But go to the reservepoker.com.
Well, option. Check. 4 players.
All right, a limp pot here with 4 players, 9,000 in there. Kind of an array. And 3-9 jack, 2 clubs, a warlock with a flush draw.
Check.
Tasha, middle pair with a king kicker.
6,000.
Warlock likes to look at that flush draw. He also has mid pair.
Call.
A bet of 6,000 and a call. Bottom pair there for Allen. Needs 6,000 to see another card. And says no. So heads up. Here we go to the turn.
And no, thank you. 10 of spades.
Check.
Does bring in a gut shot with the king 9.
8,000.
Tasha's still in the lead with her king kicker. She bets 8,000.
Warlock, though, with that flush draw and a pair, I don't see him going anywhere.
No, he needs some help.
And if Tasha checks, don't be surprised if no matter what, if Warlock gets aggressive, Vic. Yeah, he might get aggressive here.
And he does. Pushes all in. Putting the pressure here on Tasha.
72K in the pot, 35K the call. Tough spot for Tasha, though.
And she makes the call. Wow. What a call from Tasha. Tasha now getting up to 166,000 in front of her.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to the Warlock, too, who's one of our favorites that comes in here and plays. Best of luck. I know he's going to be on this live stream later this week, probably. Big tournaments. He's had some great runs. But yeah, Tasha put to the test there, called the 35K, knocked out a very dangerous player in this tournament in the Warlock.
6 players. I'll be bringing one. Big blind.
Carson now on the button. He's going to make it 7,000 with his queen 6 off. Playing his position.
And
big stack poker, Vic.
Big stack poker without a doubt. And he takes down the blinds. And we're going to get some players here to fill these seats. This tournament is being run as a 9-handed tournament. 9 players at each table.
See you today. You'll be sitting there. Your cards are going to be in this box. Look at the big one as well. C8. Yep.
Oh, he's going to be big blind.
Yeah. What do you got there? 100. Looks like 18. 117. 117. And then what's your name for the live stream?
Carter.
Carter.
Carter coming in with 117,000 just in time for the big blind. Blinds at 1,000, 2,000 with a $1,000 ante.
We've seen Carter on this live stream before.
Yes, we have.
Blinds too. Yep.
For his age, he's got some
Call.
good resume of experience. Young and upcoming poker player in the area.
And that chime in the background means the blinds are going up. Next hand.
Ding, ding, ding.
Option.
Anastasia, don't have a guaranteed amount if you make it to day 2.
Check. Check.
Really depends on the field, the total field by the time we get to day 2.
And a lady comes on the board for Carter.
7,000.
Little semi-bluff here from Brick with
Yeah.
a gut shot. Oh, we want to give a shout out to 619 Poker King from San Diego, California.
Yeah.
Love seeing it. Thanks for joining us, being part of the poker family. And we have a 6, a blank on the river. Carter's still in the lead.
Anastasia, it is a cash when you make it to day 2. But not, we don't have that amount yet. But what is great about this Mega Bounty tournament is that on day 2,
1,500.
that's when the $500 bounties begin. Every time you knock out a player in day 2, you collect a $500 bounty. So popular. The last couple times we've run this, as soon as we get finished with one of these, every people ask, when are we doing the bounty tournament again? When are we doing it again?
Call.
Blinds are now 3,000 with a $1,500 ante.
Hey, Dawn early position, limping into the Queen 9. That the rest of the table might be thinking she's a little bit stronger than that. Yeah, folds around right now. Carter, Queen 4. See it at a discount.
Check. 3 players.
Rick is going to check his option with a king deuce of diamonds. 3-handed going to the flop.
And we have a 8 ace 7 board rainbow flop, king high in the lead, but Dawn the only one not in the blind.
Checks around.
She's gonna check. Now the 4 of clubs comes into play. Does give a gut shot
5,500. Fold.
for both players.
Fold.
Young Carter
Yeah, those steals
sits down, takes a couple pots down right away.
Yeah, good. Man, sit down at the feature table. You're 2 for 2. Gotta like the momentum there.
Some of my kids back.
Yeah, Noah, the buy-in for this is $240. You get a $40,000 starting stack with that. You do have the option for an additional $20 to receive $10,000 on your stack when you sit down.
Sorry?
So basically, everybody's starting with $50,000.
And then what's your name for the live stream? 80,000.
This morning's flight began at 11 a.m. and that was 132 entries, so 13 players moved on. Most notable, Mr. Bob Enright, 1.7 million will be what he takes forward to day 2, unless he gets a bigger bag than that. But when he gets an additional bag, it'll be a $1,000 bonus. Brick King 9 right now on deck. Carter with pocket queens in position.
The ladies.
500 more.
Carter, since he sat down, stole 1 pot, made a good call, not getting bluffed, and now he has the goods. So the trifecta.
13,000.
Tasha and the big blind. Man, Brick says, nah, you know what? I wanted to play it, but not that bad. And Carter again. Picking up chips. He's grinding it up. He's up to 145K. He's third place right now at the feature table in chips, right behind Tasha. But Carson, over double. The next one in line at 377. And I agree with Anastasia. She says, I like the levels that are 25 minutes. That is max value. And I did see what you did there, Anastasia. And I agree. Anastasia, we were talking about how we're going to be getting a max value Mafia shirt. And it's also going to have on there not just in poker, but a way of life. Because we had a lot of people like Larry D talk about how his daughter drove up from North Carolina, surprised him to spend time with him on Father's Day.
Yeah.
We talked about how that was max value. We had another player, I believe it was Johnny T, said that he had homemade stuffed peppers that his mom made with a glass of wine watching live at the reserve, and that was max value. So it's not just a poker phrase. It's a way of life, having max value with your loved ones, and also in your poker hands. And, yeah, we might start a max value shirt in August or September. We want that to sweep the nation, not just around here. So, and we'll have the Live the Reserve on YouTube logo on it, of course. But I hope, Anastasia, you get part of that Max Value Mafia shirts. Become a member. Yeah, I already had a couple guys reach out to me on Facebook saying they want Max Value Mafia shirts. So, yeah, we'll get it going. We'll heat it up.
Raised to 9,000.
And Carter again. Just, and they're starting to add up. He's not getting like a huge chunks, but when you take down 4 or 5 pots right when you sit down, they add up to one really big pot. Carter's now up to 151K.
So now we fill the table up to 9 players. Move a couple players in from the main room. This is a feature table. And this flight saw 108 entrants.
Raised to 8,000.
So these players hoping to be one of the 11 that moves on to day 2. Stack wrecker now raises to 8K with 9 pocket 9s. Carson, the chip leader here at this table, is going to make a call with ace jack. So we're going to go heads up action. What a great flop for 9s.
Bet 9,000.
Yeah, stat wrecker. Getting the flop he wanted if you're not going to hit a set. Everything below a 9.
21.
Raised to 21.
Both these players have a lot of chips.
And a call.
Yeah, and Carson, basically, that was a see where I'm at bet. 10 of spades on the turn.
And a check here from Carson.
Bet 20.
Bets 20,000, 1/3 of the pot.
Does he want to chase?
So stack wrecker sits down, second hand, takes down a nice pot. Thanks again for joining us, everybody. Really helps us if you hit the like button. We're at 43 right now. I know you can get us to 75 quickly.
Yeah, smash that thumbs up.
We recently eclipsed 4,000 subscribers. But the key to subscribing is to make sure to hit that bell, particularly when we have tournaments like this and we put together live stream events around the tournaments. By hitting that bell, you'll get a notification that we are going live versus our regular schedule. Tasha now, King 10 of spades. She's going to limp in the cutoff, 3,000. Carson in the small blind. And he's going to raise it up. Big stack poker here. 12-5. Allen, Motown, lets it go. 9,500 for Tasha to call. Looks like she's reaching for calling chips. And she does make the call, so we're going to go heads up. 30,000 in the pot. Two spades. 4-9-5. Carson hits a piece of this with his ace-5.
Yes,
does a
he
continuation bet. 9,000. Quick call there from Tasha. And an ace, now 2 pair here for Carson. He is just running very well here.
Very pure.
On this feature table. And he bets half the pot, 20,000, taking it up to 67.5. And Tasha lets it go. So the chip leader just continues to run so well. 373,000 for Carson. The next stack is Stack Wrecker with 320,000. Big Slick Rick hanging on with 38.5. Dawn hanging on, coming to us from Fort Wayne, Indiana, 23,000. We saw Dawn run really well in our ladies tournament. Not too long ago, but too long ago for me to remember.
Oh, misdeal. Redo.
Yeah, Anastasia, isn't that always the case? You know, in these tournaments, we have to continue to balance the tables, and as players get knocked out, particularly right after the end of late reg, right after the dinner break, there's always just, it seems like we're going back to people kind of feeling each other out, because we've got players that haven't seen each other perhaps yet in this tournament, or haven't seen each other ever at all.
Raise 6-5. Fold.
6-4 of hearts. Rick raises it up a little better than 2x, 6,500.
So I also have some information that just came in.
Mm-hmm.
Today from day one, this is a 100K guarantee.
This is a 100K guarantee.
1 of 3 day
prize
ones.
pool guarantee, 100K.
We have 50,400 in the prize pool.
So
So
we're
we're
gonna
on pace for over 150,000
Yeah,
in this prize pool.
we're going to be crushing this guarantee, folks.
And think about it. In just one day, we got 50K in the prize pool. Over. And there it is.
$100,000 prize pool guarantee, Mega Bounty, $240 buy-in, 6 starting flights to choose from, 10% from each flight. Move on to day 2. Day 2 restarts Sunday, 1 p.m. We'll be going live around 4 o'clock on day 2, but $500 bounties. So whether you're Mr. Enright and you come into the day 2 with 1.7 million, or you're AKA Vic and you come in with 100,000, you still have an opportunity to make some real money by taking players out.
Oh, Carter beat Trent. Look at this.
Raise to 7.
Vic, the hooks, they're back.
They're back, and if you weren't with us when we started this live stream, within the first 45 minutes, I think we saw pocket jacks 4 or 5 times. And here they are again. Carter's going to raise it up now, ace 10. And the question, will Carson 3-bet this?
I do have to say the Jacks are in a lot better shape though right now, even though it's a 1 hour, because we saw ace deuce go in the muck. Allen also has ace 4,
And
so that's 2 aces right now that Carson is sharing with other players. So there's only one more in the deck that we know of.
And there's a 3-bet to 18,000. Young Carter needs 11,000 to make this call. And he does make the call, so we're going to go heads up. Jacks versus ace 10.
Oh, and the Jack right in the window.
Right in the window. And he checks it. Letting some rope out.
Yeah. Why not? Rainbow board. I doubt you're putting him on 10-9.
13,000. And the young man calls.
Now a full house. It's over. Let's see what he does.
Check. Bet 23.
23,000 is the bet.
Yeah, and he's really making it look like a value bet, betting a third of the pot. I mean, if there was not a full house out there, the way Carson's betting, he's making it look a lot bigger than what he has, and he's going to check.
What do you think about Carter's check here?
Well, I don't think he was getting anything out of it
Oh,
anyway.
and he knows he probably needed to bet that just in case. Just in case.
Yeah, and maybe possibly
But
9
possibly.
tens, you know.
Yep.
I didn't really get a radar like there was an overpair, but he did get repop pre-flop, so I'm a little surprised on the river. Maybe he didn't go for anything just in case if there was, you know, something. But he hit the board so big, I'm sure he probably put him on air.
Yeah.
And that's what he was going against. I mean, there was not really much to be had, so he was just hoping that he would fire for a third time. But he got value by slow playing it on the flop and on the turn. So Carter continuing the climb, 211K. Carson goes down to 319. Still a huge lead, don't get me wrong, but stat record at 315. So he's getting a couple players in his range.
Call. Fold. Call. Option. Takes the checking option. Replace.
And we have a 5 ace 3 board.
Check. Hold action real quick, guys. All right, check, check. Bet 6,000.
Carson brings in another 7.5K profit.
And as we mentioned earlier, we wanted to bring on this live stream with a feature table of one of our flights, and we're going to do that again tomorrow night to give everybody kind of a flavor of what this tournament is all about. You'll see some real action here when we get to day 2, because everybody's going to be looking to find that opportunity to knock out as many players as they can. $500 bounty for each player they take out.
Big Slick Rick, first to act, King 3 suited in hearts.
28.5.
And he's going to push.
28.5.
All in moment for Big Slick Rick. Dawn. King Queen. 23K left.
All in for left.
And here she goes. So both players getting in there. Pat now. Pocket 5 says no.
And we're seeing some hearts
Fold, fold.
into the muck.
Yeah, it's not good for Big Slick Rick. That's because right now he's dominated. He needed those hearts. Carter King 10. Sees two low stacks in there. chance to possibly knock out 2 players. You don't have to risk all your stack.
He really wants to make this
Yeah,
call.
discipline.
Very disciplined.
And he's going to see that he was dominated with
Yeah.
King Queen, so he's happy. So King 3 suited versus King Queen. We did see a lot of hearts go in the muck, so not good for Big Slick Rick. Looking for a 3, really. And there it is.
Gets
Oh,
one.
wow.
That has been my day.
Oh, my.
And Dawn is eliminated. Dawn, thanks for coming. Appreciate you. Nice run. Hope to see her back soon sometime. And Big Slick Rick, much needed pot there for him. He's up to 67.5K.
Our most excellent floor manager, Nick, coming here to collect the seat card. We'll soon be going to get another player to fill that seat as we stay 9-handed at our tables. Back to the action now. Chip leader, Carson, pocket 6s. And again, he's the chip leader here at this table. All in now here from Allen with ace, queen of diamonds.
Always looks better suited.
Brick with pocket 2s. He's away from the table. Now back over to Carson. Asking for a count. He needs 36,000 to make the call, and he does rather quickly.
Yeah, he's not risking much of a stack. Right
No,
now.
he's not.
Correct.
These are actually the situations you want to be in. You can knock out a player. You're still healthy, even if you miss a flip. And we have a 3, 9, 10 board.
Oh, and there's the ace. Now a 6 for Carson to... Nope.
Oh, close.
And Allen stays alive here.
Not only stays alive, that double up gives him 90K.
Yes.
He's getting close to being healthy. Like if you get up to around 150K right now, you're in great shape. One good sized pot away from Allen, and he's comfortable.
Allen, ace, queen, the last hand, and now pocket 7s.
Getting after it. Allen getting a little rush of cards. Onward.
Right?
Alan, you got one chip bump.
7,500.
It's underneath the rail.
Oh, thank you.
Stack wrecker throws in 7 deuce. Allen raises it up to 7,500. Back over to Tasha. She's on the big blind, needs 4,500 to complete. She's got ace 2 of clubs. And Carson completes from under the gun, 10-8 of diamonds. And these two guys have been in a number of hands in this short amount of time.
We have a 10-4 3 board, all clubs.
Oh, and Tasha would have flopped.
Yeah.
Not only the
The
nut
old
flush, but then also a straight flush draw.
The old woulda, coulda, shoulda.
The old woulda, coulda, shoulda.
3 pairs of board.
2 pair here for Carson and 2 pair for Allen.
Tough spot for 7s with Allen too, because he could easily be trying to push you around, with a couple of overs with a big club.
Mm-hmm.
Got to decipher if he has a made hand or not.
21,000.
Half the pot here. That's 21,000.
Yeah, I was about to say, Carson has to decipher if his hand's good or not. And you don't just want a smooth call 21 here, especially with his stack size. So you either fold or you get it in. And he decides, he makes the right decision.
Yeah, he needs some help here.
Right now, Allen's going to need a 7 and a 7 alone.
Oh,
he hits the 7.
Oh,
for a
my
full
goodness.
house on the river. Allen.
Wow.
On a heater right now, he's going to be well over 150K the spot. He's actually going to be pushing towards over 180. Yeah, 186K for Allen, hitting the full house on the river. Carson takes another bump. Luckily for him, he was so far ahead in chips. He's at 194K, so still very healthy. But yeah, just a moment ago, he was at 400,000. He's had a couple of bad hands in the last 10 minutes. But Allen, 186K, coming back.
Yeah, MRH, he makes a bad call, but gets a beautiful river and a big pot. Carson, who was just up around 367,000 just moments ago, now 194, and Allen closes the gap between himself and Carson. Stack record just sitting back watching with his 312,000. Now becomes the chip leader at this table, followed by young Carter.
Can you give his cards a little? Thank you. You want to see him before they?
Yeah, that's a good question. Brian Bishop Jr., I was not aware if one got folded pre-flop.
Yeah, good question.
I don't remember. But like I said, still, either a 1 or a 2-outer on the
Oh,
river.
no, there was one folded. Yeah, Stack Record had 7 deuce of diamonds or something
So
and
the
folded
case-
pre-flop. So
yeah,
the case 7 comes on the
Wow.
river. Jules, I'll get that for you real quick because we're going to be probably signing off soon, so I'll give you an update.
Yeah, you better go now if you're doing it, buddy. 'cause
Find
yeah,
out
we
how many
about
we
5
got
minutes.
left. Look at this.
Yeah, we got right now the Broadway for Carson. Pair of jacks for Tasha. Carson's going to try to get some back here. And she's not going to fall for it. Carson, though, still gets a pot. 4K. They all add up. We have seen the chips flying around the table. This has been excellent. Excellent final half an hour. Like I said, after that dinner break, people start making moves, and the action ramps up. And Vic's already back. Yeah, took a look outside. And Vic, what do we got for numbers-wise?
We're down to 38 players here for day 1B.
Oh, so 5 tables remain?
38 out of 108 entrants.
Yeah, so 2 players away from the final 4 tables. I said 11 will be going on the day 2, which will be on live at the reserve.
What was the smallest stack to bag this morning? I want to say it was around 210.
The smallest?
Yeah.
Was it really that high? No one lost a hand and barely got in for like 50 or 60.
I don't think so.
Oh,
and
wow.
We'll be getting.
So everyone's in it.
Yeah.
I was say, even if you have 200K going in the day 2, you do 1 double up.
Yeah.
And you get to $500,000 and you're in business.
First card I got, I'm going. War of Nays. Yeah.
Once again, guys, we have just a few minutes left. Please smash that thumbs up, that like button. Join us tomorrow, 2 for another day 1. We'll be here live at the reserve Friday night. Not too often we do live streams on Friday night, so a little excited about that. Something different. But 3 out of 4 days going live. This 100K guaranteed prize pool tournament.
Raised to 8,000.
Brian Bishop Jr., you are probably correct. I think it is closer to 100K.
Pocket sevens appear again for Tasha now.
Make sure you put those yellow chips back out front. Thank you.
Pat coming along too with king six. So we have 4 players now going to the flop. A lot of sharing and carrying right now. A couple players with sixes, a couple players with kings. So sevens in pretty good shape. We have a 5-5-8 board. Carson out flopping everybody with 2 pair.
Bet 18,000.
Tasha reaching for raising chips.
Maybe see where I'm at, bet.
And she does raise it up to 40,000.
Carter gets out of the way, folds the best hand. Wonder if that's just from the last 10, 15 minutes, you know, just.
And a $46,000 profit there for Tasha.
Yeah, Carter normally thinks a little bit, Vic. That was a quick fold. I really do think the last 10, 15 minutes may have gotten in his head right there. I don't blame. I mean, let's not. You don't have to get married the 8-6 on that 5-5-8 board. So not, but just a little surprised how quick it was. But also, Tasha hasn't been playing around. She's been showing the goods when she's in hands. Here's the V pip for tonight. Active players.
Why is it done?
And you see Carson and Carter driving the force here. But yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. This is a really nice tournament so far. The last half an hour really ramped up the action, Vic. We're going to be back here on Friday and then again on Sunday. And there it is right now. 100K guarantee Mega Bounty Tournament. We got all the way till Sunday. We're here. 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Vic are the day ones. And tell them about day 2. What pops up?
Well, the biggest thing is that $500 bounties is just fantastic, and it's going to make for some great play on Sunday. When we start live streaming at around 4:30, you will be able to see what that looks like. And the people just love the bounty tournaments, and it's a great way for a $240 buy-in to make some of that up quickly by taking some players out on Sunday. $1,000 double bag bonus. So anybody that has bagged today in either one of these two, they have 4 more flights to go and see if they can double bag or even better.
Yeah. That's what we call max value at its finest. Also, our Salute to Service free roll, open to only veterans and active duty members. Saturday, July 13th, 12 p.m. start time. Get the word out for that. We're raising money. If you ever want to donate on YouTube, 100% of those donations are going to that prize pool for those veterans and active duty members. So, Vic, one more.
One more. It recently announced once again, because we did this earlier in the year, a $1 million prize pool guarantee joint venture between Mad River Poker Club down in Dayton, Ohio, and ourselves, the Reserve, in Toledo, Ohio. And this is what this structure looks like, $200,000 first place guarantee. The last time we did this, the first place guarantee exceeded $270,000, and I think there were a lot of people watching to see how this might play out. We are going to see this crushed again, this guarantee, and exceed what we probably saw in the last one. Put this in your calendars, figure out how to get here, but more importantly, what a great way to get some life-changing money by getting into a satellite for $65.
Max value at its finest, and don't forget we got our Tuesday satellites. That's a milestone format. As soon as you get up to 180K, you get a ticket into the 1 million guarantee. Not only that, your chips go out of play, so if you're playing, you don't have to worry about that big stack bullying the table. I personally love this format, even better than the traditional format. We're trying it out for the first time, so we're going to have our regular Thursday satellites. That hasn't changed.
Right.
But then add in 3 extra satellites on Tuesday with our milestone format. So a lot to go on. A lot to get excited about this summer. Live at the Reserve on YouTube. We're going to be hosting all these events. And Vic, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
We'll be back doing this tomorrow together, brother. And
yes.
Thank to everyone who tuned in, and we'll be seeing you shortly.
Please be